Nestled in the heart of Italy, where life often moves at a slower pace, a health emergency has unexpectedly erupted. The tranquility of this quiet Italian town has been shattered, replaced by concern and a sense of urgency. The source of this crisis has been traced back to something as seemingly ordinary and wholesome as broccoli. Yes, that's right. The very vegetable we often associate with health and well-being is at the center of this alarming situation. A botulism outbreak, a rare but potentially fatal illness, has tragically left one person dead and 9 others hospitalized, their conditions ranging from serious to critical. The local hospitals are working tirelessly to provide the best possible care. This outbreak is not only shaking the immediate community, but also raising alarms on a global scale, prompting health organizations worldwide to monitor the situation closely. The news is spreading rapidly, leaving many worried. The burning question on everyone's mind: the culprit? What could have possibly caused such a devastating outbreak? The investigation has revealed that improperly preserved broccoli is the likely source of the botulism contamination. This incident serves as a stark reminder that even the most healthy and nutritious foods can become deadly if they are mishandled or improperly preserved. Food safety is paramount. Italian authorities, including health officials and food safety investigators, are racing against the clock to trace the exact source of the contamination and implement measures to prevent any further tragedy. This isn't just Italy's problem, it's a matter of global concern. The reality is that foodborne illness can strike anywhere in the world at any time, regardless of how careful we think we are. We often place our trust in the safety of the food we consume, assuming that it's been handled properly and is free from harmful contaminants. However, a single, seemingly small mistake during the home canning process can have devastating and life-altering consequences for individuals and families. In our increasingly interconnected world, where goods and people travel across borders with ease, a local outbreak of foodborne illness can quickly escalate into a global concern, potentially affecting communities far beyond its origin. Therefore, understanding the risks associated with botulism and knowing how to prevent it is absolutely crucial for everyone, regardless of where you live or what you eat. Today, we aim to empower you with the knowledge and tools you need to keep your family safe and protected from this silent and potentially deadly threat. The story surrounding the broccoli botulism crisis is still unfolding, with new details emerging as the investigation progresses. But the underlying lesson is already crystal clear. Vigilance, awareness, and education are our best and most effective defenses against foodborne illnesses. So let's embark on this journey of learning together and discover how to protect ourselves, our families, and those we love from the dangers of botulism and other foodborne illnesses. What exactly is botulism? It's a term you might have heard, but do you know what it truly entails? It's a rare but potentially deadly illness. The culprit, a potent toxin produced by the bacterium Clostridium botulinum. This toxin is one of the most powerful poisons known to science, capable of causing severe and life-threatening effects. This bacterium is surprisingly widespread. It's virtually everywhere, lurking in soil, drifting in dust, and present in water. But here's the catch: it becomes truly dangerous only in specific conditions. Specifically, low oxygen, low acid environments are where it thrives and produces its deadly toxin. Improperly canned foods, unfortunately, often provide the perfect breeding ground for this bacterium to flourish. If food isn't heated to a sufficiently high temperature before sealing it in a jar or can, the resilient spores of Clostridium botulinum can survive. These surviving spores then germinate and produce a powerful neurotoxin within the sealed container. This insidious toxin works by blocking nerve signals throughout the body, ultimately causing paralysis. This paralysis often begins in the face, affecting muscles controlling eye movement and facial expressions, and then gradually descends through the body. If the paralysis progresses and reaches the muscles that control breathing, such as the diaphragm, it can be rapidly fatal. Without immediate and aggressive medical intervention, including mechanical ventilation, the consequences can be devastating. The real danger? You can't see, smell, or taste the toxin. It's completely undetectable to the senses. Alarmingly, contaminated food may look and smell perfectly normal, offering no visual or olfactory clues to its deadly secret. That's precisely why meticulously following safe food preservation methods, especially when canning at home, is absolutely critical. Even a minuscule amount of this toxin, almost too small to imagine, can be deadly. While botulism is rare overall, the consequences of contracting it are undeniably severe and can lead to long-term health problems, even with treatment. Therefore, always err on the side of caution and prioritize safety when preserving food at home. Proper technique isn't just a suggestion or a guideline. It's absolutely essential for preventing this potentially fatal illness. Your safety and the safety of those who will consume the food you preserve depends on it. Botulism spores are naturally present in soil, so fresh vegetables like broccoli can easily pick them up. The real risk comes when these vegetables are preserved in ways that let the bacteria thrive, especially home canning. Boiling water isn't enough for low-acid foods. Only a pressure canner can kill the spores. Food stored in oil, smoked fish, and even foil-wrapped baked potatoes can also be risky if not handled properly. The problem isn't the food, it's unsafe processing and storage. Commercially canned foods are generally safe due to strict controls. The greatest danger comes from home-preserved foods made without proper knowledge. A simple kitchen mistake can have life-threatening consequences. Recognizing botulism symptoms early can save lives. Symptoms usually appear 12 to 36 hours after eating contaminated food, sometimes sooner, sometimes later. Early signs: double or blurred vision, drooping eyelids, slurred speech, and trouble swallowing. Paralysis then spreads downward, causing muscle weakness in the neck, arms, and torso. If breathing muscles are affected, it's a medical emergency. Immediate hospitalization is critical. Recovery is slow and can take weeks or months. If you notice these symptoms after eating preserved foods, seek emergency care right away. Bring any leftover suspect food for testing. Quick action can make all the difference. In Italy, the outbreak was traced to home-canned broccoli rabe, made with a traditional recipe that didn't kill botulism spores. Shared at a community gathering, the food led to tragedy. 1 man died and 9 others were hospitalized. The family meant only to share a cherished tradition, not knowing the risks. Doctors were initially puzzled, but soon recognized the signs of botulism. The antitoxin can stop further damage, but can't reverse paralysis already caused. This tragedy shows how easily good intentions can turn dangerous without up-to-date food safety knowledge. Updating old recipes with modern safety standards is essential to protect loved ones. Protecting your family from the dangers of botulism, a serious and potentially life-threatening illness, is surprisingly simple if you consistently follow a few key food safety rules and guidelines. These rules are designed to minimize risk and ensure the food you prepare is safe for consumption. Always, without exception, use a pressure canner for canning low-acid foods at home. Relying on a boiling water bath for these types of foods simply isn't enough to kill the botulism spores. It won't reach a high enough temperature. Follow only tested modern recipes from reputable and trusted sources such as University Extension Services or the USDA. When purchasing canned goods from the store, carefully inspect each can for any signs of leaks or damage. Be wary of bulges, dents, or any other visible damage to the can. Never, under any circumstances, use compromised containers. Discard them immediately and safely. If food looks discolored or smells even slightly off or unusual, don't taste it. Even a tiny amount could be dangerous. When in doubt about the safety of a food item, throw it out immediately. It's always better to be safe than sorry. As an extra precaution, boil home-canned low-acid vegetables for a full 10 minutes before consumption. This boiling process helps to destroy any potential botulism toxin that may be present, ensuring the food is safe to eat. Serve baked potatoes piping hot immediately after cooking. If you're not serving them right away, refrigerate them promptly and properly. Don't ever leave baked potatoes wrapped in foil at room temperature for extended periods, as this creates an ideal environment for botulism to grow. Always refrigerate homemade garlic or herb-infused oils immediately after preparation. And be sure to use them quickly, as these types of oils can be particularly susceptible to botulism contamination if not stored and used properly. Once you've opened a can of food, store any unused portion in the refrigerator in a separate, airtight container. Maintaining cold temperatures in your refrigerator is crucial, as it significantly slows down the growth of harmful bacteria, including those that cause botulism. By consistently practicing these simple steps, you're creating a strong line of defense against botulism and other foodborne illnesses, protecting yourself and your loved ones. The Italian tragedy is a stark reminder. Food safety is everyone's responsibility. Review your canning and preserving methods. Follow current science-based guidelines. Don't let tradition override safety. Update old recipes to meet today's standards. Be vigilant, not fearful. Most food is safe, but botulism's severity demands respect. Inspect your food, know the symptoms, and act fast if you suspect a problem. Share this knowledge. It could save a life. Prevention is powerful. A few moments of care in the kitchen can prevent weeks in the hospital. Make food safety a priority in every meal. By staying informed and careful, you protect those you love. Stay safe and spread the word.